Hello friends, welcome back to this modern JavaScript series, and today we are going to learn about constructor functions. We have seen how to create objects, how to assign properties, how to clone objects, and also we have seen how to create methods inside objects so that those methods will be part of a object. So here I have created a simple object. It is a conventional way of creating object using this curly braces syntax. It contains name, age property, and a method which is speak here, which is able to make user speak. So it allows to create one object view very easily. But in real life scenarios, we want to create similar objects. In this case, we have a user object. We want to create multiple copies of this user object. So it is not the correct way to create object using this syntax. So we need similar objects, and we need something in order to create this kind of similar objects. So that is why we need constructor functions. Constructor functions are similar to regular function. It is a technically, if you see, those constructor functions are a regular function, but there are only two conventions which we usually follow while creating a constructor function. So first convention is that you name with the first letter capital. So earlier we have seen we create a function with small letters, but in constructor function we use first letter as a capital value there. And the second convention is whenever you execute a constructor function, you have to use new operator. So it is a special keyword in JavaScript language, and also it is known as a operator here. We will see how it works. So let me just create first a constructor function for you. Technically, it is a same function we used to create earlier, right? But the conventions are different. So I'm using first letter of user function or user capital, then the parenthesis and the curly braces. So whatever you write inside here, which it is a part of your function body. Okay, and whatever initial values you want to set for your object, you can pass it through this function parameters. So I'm passing name, and second my age parameter, and then I will write this dot name to assign this name value to this object, and then the age value. And I will create one method as well. So I'll write this dot speak and then the function body here, which can log something out. So what will log? We will log a message here. Hi there. My name is this dot name, which is the current user's name. Then and I am this dot age. So my age or this user's age will be logged here. So now this contains the first letter as a capital, that is the convention, and the second one is executed only with new operator. So let us create a copy of this object. First of all, I'll clear this console so that we can easily see. So I'm just creating a constant here, user, and I'm using new keyword. And then you have to create user. Then you have to call this user function, which is a constructor function, and you have to pass the initial values here. Let's say I'm passing John and age as 40. So this is how you call a constructor function using new operator. Then whenever you want to use any of these properties, you can just type dot user dot and you can easily access those properties. So I'll just log or call this speak method, and we'll see what happens. So let us go to the terminal, and if I run this, you can see, hi there, my name is John and I am 40. If I change this name, let's say I'm putting Nilesh here, and the value is 23. So after saving, if I run this, you can see the name and the value age is changed. So that is how you can create multiple copies using this constructor function. You can create as many objects you wish. You just have to pass the name, age, or whatever parameter your object wants, or you want to create properties out of it. So that is the simplest way of creating a constructor function and using it. So let me show you another things in constructor function and how this works. So basically, whenever you execute a function with a new keyword, it basically follows some rules which is built into the JavaScript, or whenever you use the new operator, it will automatically add certain things. So the first part is I'll create a employee function here, which is a constructor function which had a name, address, age, and email. Then I'm just doing the regular stuff. So this is our function body, and the first part, whenever you call or execute a function with new keyword, a new empty object is created and assigned to this value. Whenever you execute a function with new keyword or operator, it basically creates one empty object with this and assigns to it. So let me show it to you in a commented way here. So it is basically creating a this variable here, this object, which is currently empty object, and it is a implicit flow. It is implicitly done by the compiler here after using this new keyword. Another part is assigning or adding new properties to it. So it means this object. So let me show you how it is working in the new function here, employee constructor function. So basically it will assign this many properties to this object, and the last part is the value of this object will be returned. So let us see how it works. So basically it will add this line. By default, it is implicitly done by the compiler whenever you use the new operator or new keyword while creating or executing the constructor function. So that is what happening in behind the scenes part. So that is what I tried to explain you here. Let us move ahead. So how we can test whether the function has been called for constructor or not. That means whether the executed part is using the new operator or not. So we are going to see how we can test that thing. So testing the constructor function with new.target property, which is available by default in any function. So I am creating a player function here, which is a constructor function. And let us see what happens if I try to log something named as a new.target, and I'm just assigning a player here so that we can easily distinguish, and a new.target here. So if I call it without the new keyword, let me run this player undefined. So new.target is undefined. So if I call this player constructor function with new operator, then let us see what happens. So it is giving me the function here. If you see, new.target is a function. So that way you can actually distinguish whether this function is being called with the new operator or not. So that is the one part you can check, and you can perform it. So one particular case is that you can actually check. Let me show it to you. If you write something like this, new.target, that means that function is not called with the new operator. This will give us a undefined, and we are negating it. That means it will fall into a new value, and then we can simply return a new player. So it will give me the object itself. So it will call the constructor function by using this new. If you don't call it with new, then it will create something like this. So that is what we can achieve. If someone is not calling it with new keyword, then we can force it to do that part. You understood, right? So I am initially calling this. So internally it is checking this part, and then calling again this function is calling again with new operator, and then this is being printed. So that's why we are getting this. If I remove this, you can clearly see the undefined line will be printed first, and then the new operator call. So this is all about the constructor functions and the new operator in JavaScript. Later we will see how we can use classes. This is also a part of class. If you are not aware of class syntax, this is the same functionality this function is providing, which is creating a constructor function, then returning the object itself. So you can achieve what you say object oriented features using this kind of features or something similar to this, or you can write a constructor functions and achieve object oriented way of programming. But we will see classes as well. Dedicated constructor is there, so we will see all this there. So that's all for today, guys. If you learned something from this video, please press the like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.